it's the Crap Goth. My name is Pixie and welcome to my channel of randomness where you never know what you're going to get. Today is Questions With. Now, for those people that are new to the channel and don't know what the hell this is about, I ask people all across the world, put it to them that they could ask me any 10 questions, like literally anything. And believe me, we've had some really, really weird ones coming in, some really funny, some coming up which are quite rude as well, which is brilliant. So if you want to take part in this, wait until the end of the video and I'll tell you exactly how to do it because I'm still taking questions. And today's questions are with Lou, Daniel and Thomas from Ireland. So thank you so much for taking part in this and I really, really hope you do enjoy the video. All right, let's see what they've got to ask. But hold your horses before you go into the questions. Can you please make sure that you're subscribed to this channel? That would be so amazing. Thank you so much. I'm trying to build my channel up. It's part of my little boy's final wish. I'm trying to grow my subs and the next big goal is 20,000 and giveaways start at 20,000. I have a lovely little stash of prizes that I will ship literally anywhere across the world for free. If you guys can get my subscriptions up to, subscribers, whatever, up to 20,000. We're about 17,400 and something, which is bloody incredible, but 20,000 is the next stage up. So if you guys can help, that'd be amazing. Right, anyway, on to the questions and let's see what everyone has got to ask.
Hello Pixie, my name's Louise, or as known on X, Lou KB. I am from Northern Ireland. And I'm sitting here with my little youngest son who is sound asleep, and usually all my photographs or all my interactions on with YouTube or any social media I'm usually on the sofa pulling him because he likes to sleep on my knee. We're big fans of KaptainKori, and as you know that, and my boys both know your picture on all your YouTube channels and know you as Pixie. So my first question is, Pixie, we know KaptainKori loved Pirates of the Caribbean, but what is your favourite Johnny Depp movie?
Okay, that is a really cool first question. So firstly, hello to Thomas and Daniel and Louise and Mike, and just hello to the doggies as well. So, okay, so I have all the questions written down in front of me because I will never remember them because I'm a little bit stupid. Okay, so what is my favourite Johnny Depp movie? So I think I already know the answer to this one, but I had to sit and think because he's made so many bloody good ones, like really, really cool ones. So obviously there is the Pirates of the Caribbean is definitely right up there. It's amazing. I think my favourite ever one is Sleepy Hollow. I think because it's one of the first ones I ever saw him in, and I just love the whole Halloween aspect and the spookiness, and he was so young and he did such a good job of acting it, and I just thought it was brilliant. I did love Sweeney Todd as well, which I thought was brilliant because that's an aspect of him I hadn't seen him in like a musical before, which was really cool. Obviously Pirates of the Caribbean is absolutely frigging incredible. What is there not to like about pirates? Action, it's funny, it's kind of sexy, you know, it's bad boys on big ships. It's just, there's nothing not to like about Pirates of the Caribbean, and I loved it because Koris loved it. But I think Sleepy Hollow is my favourite Johnny Depp movie.
Hi Pixie, question number 2. I know you had a video recently of you going to the Harry Potter tour in the studio in London. I was able to do that a few years ago before I had kids. I went over with my cousin. It was lovely. So I know we're big Harry Potter fans. So my question to you is, who is your favourite character in Harry Potter?
Right, okay, so question 2. Who is my favourite Harry Potter character? So, I have so many. So there's so many amazing characters in Harry Potter. You all know that I'm Potterhead. I absolutely love it. I love Slytherin. If I could be in any house, it would be Slytherin. I have to say my favourite character, I think, is Professor Snape. Maybe because I have the biggest crush, or had the biggest crush, on Alan Rickman, who is an incredible actor. But I don't know, I just like the fact that he's kind of a moody, gothic, almost gothic. I say he wears black, obviously, he's not a proper goth, but there's something dark and sinister and very like commanding about him. I think Snape, because he hides the fact he's got this beautiful soul inside, and he's just very like stern-faced about everything and comes across as being a bit of a hard arse, and you know, and really he's a softie inside, which is really cool. So I think Snape is definitely my favourite character in the Harry Potter series. Films, amazing. Oh God, I would have loved to have been part of the Harry Potter films, wouldn't you? How awesome would that have been?
Question number 3. We are both very young, in our early 40s, but I know, being of that age, growing up, we were big fans of Take That. Are we still fans of Take That? Because sure, they're still popular. They're always popular. Who was your favourite member of Take That when you were a teenager or a child? I was only 10, really, when I really first started liking them.
Oh, a bit of nostalgia here. Take That. Oh my God. So yeah, obviously I am alternative, and I love heavy bands like Korn and Slipknot, Five Finger Death Punch, obviously the Hollywood Vampires, Marilyn Manson, all those bands. I love them. But my first love of anything musical was definitely Take That. And it's still a band I have never, ever been to see. And I want to go and see them. I really do. Don't think I blend in very well, but I definitely want to go and see them. And my childhood crush, well, my teenage crush, was 100% Mark Owen. Absolutely. Oh my gosh, with the little curtains that he had and his baby face, and when he sang Babe, that song, even now makes me cry. And oh my God, yeah, definitely Mark Owen. And then as I got a little bit older, I progressed to Howard because he had his dreadlocks and everything, but I think Mark Owen was my first crush. And then I moved on to Nirvana and it was Kurt Cobain, but yeah, Take That is still amazing and I'd love to go and see them.
Question number 4. If you could go on a dream holiday, where would you go and who would you take with you?
Okay, so question 4. Where is my dream holiday? Oh, and who would I go with? So I could say the sensible option is I'd like to go on holiday with my family, which obviously I love my family, I love my husband, I love my children, and I would obviously have KORI there with me. Like any holiday I'd go on, I'd want KORI there with me 100%. So I have a couple of destinations that I would absolutely frigging love to go, and my number 1 has got to be Australia, and it always has been. I've had this humongous pull to go to Australia. And I now know that, I learned a few years ago, I have family in Australia. I do have a lot of friends who live in Australia as well. It's just somewhere I've always wanted to visit, always. But my second one would be Japan. So I'd have 2. I'd definitely would be Australia and Japan. And Australia for the beaches and for the wildlife. And I want to go and hold a koala. And I want to see all the spiders and the snakes and stuff like that, which I find like fascinating. And I want to go and see obviously the touristy stuff, but I don't know, I think just to be there, there's just something about Australia that the accent, oh my God, like I love Australian accents. Even my Alexa has an Australian accent, which is really cool that we set it to have one. And Japan, obviously, just for the culture is incredible. I love all the kawaii aspect of it, and I'd love to go and see the temples and stuff. Although there's a lot of places in Japan I couldn't go because I'm tattooed, it just wouldn't be allowed. I would love to go and visit Danny Chu's smart doll shop premises. I would love, oh my God, I would just love to go there and just go and buy a doll directly and meet Danny Chu himself. Because for those of you who don't know, I collect dolls which are 2 foot tall. They're called ball jointed dolls, and they are Danny Chu smart dolls. And literally they are my passion, my one thing that I collect above everything. And they come from Japan. So yeah, I'd love to go there. So who would I go with? I would obviously want to go on holiday with my family. Definitely KORI. If I could pull him out of heaven and bring him with me, I'd go there. But I think I would really like to go on holiday with some like famous people. So yeah, just lots of like, I don't know, like Ryan Reynolds and Johnny Depp, definitely, just because I think we'd have a right friggin' laugh. And like being completely out there, I would like to go on holiday with a load of people who I would never normally get to associate with. And to be honest with you as well, one thing I would like to do now, after all this YouTube stuff has happened, is I would love to go to probably go to Universal Studios and meet up with everybody in America who I talk to. So they'd be like Marcella and Nana and Laurie, and oh my god, there's probably loads of people in my head I can't think. And obviously like Andy, and just there's so many people that I just want to go and meet up with, and and just Jamie and just everybody. There's so many people who are abroad at the moment and I can't see them. So I think to go on holiday with everybody who I care about would be incredible. It's probably very, very not possible, but yeah, that'd be cool. But my family with Kori to Australia and Japan would probably be my goals. One day, maybe. I'd take Kori with me in some aspect, but that'd be cool. That was long-winded, sorry. You had to think about that one then.
Question number 5. We are both mummies, and I know we've had some difficult times along the way, and you're still on a difficult journey. And I know my journey. I had 3 failed IVF and 7-year wait to have my 2 miracle boys. So my question to you is, through all the hard times and all the really good times, what is the best thing about being a mummy?
Right, okay, so what is the best thing about being a mum? Honestly, so this is actually a really difficult question, because I could sit here and say to you all the standard stuff that people would say, like, oh, you know, the unconditional love and the feelings of overwhelming love to your children, which is obviously true, absolutely. For me personally, the best thing about being a mum, there's so many different stages. So I friggin' hated being pregnant. Like, I literally hated it. That whole initial stage, I think when I was pregnant with Ebony, because she was my first, it was all excitement and you don't know like what to expect, and it was like, oh my god, I've got a baby inside me, oh my gosh, I felt it move. And these are all those magical moments. They are magical moments, they're incredible. And the whole thing about going baby shopping for the first time and all the little booties and the outfits, and you do get the excitement. And I had that with all that. Well, I didn't have it with Kori. I had it with Ebony and had it with Ostara. With Kori, it was fear, because when I was pregnant with him was when he was diagnosed as having half a heart, and I didn't know these outcomes, so I didn't dare shop for him. So the best parts of being a mum for me definitely were the first initial excitement about being pregnant. And then I hated it because I got very ill with all 3 children. I was extremely ill through pregnancy, like with sickness and stuff. It's obviously the love is there. You've got this little person who is just like you are responsible for, but that's frigging terrifying. Like their life is in your hands, and like all of a sudden, like I'm a grown up and I'm responsible for keeping this person alive. But I think it's for me, because I like toys and I'm quite childish, so I think it's the excitement of things like birthdays and Christmas and Easter, and you know, all the times you can treat them and you can go out and buy them a doll. And I'm at this stage now of my life where I've probably got more dolls than like Ostara and Kori had, because Kori liked dolls too, put together. And I think I'm at that stage now where I go to a toy shop and I won't just look at a toy for Ostara or even for Ebony, because she likes aqua beads and stuff. But it'll be a case of, oh, can I sit and play that with her? And it'll be me and Ostara, and now if she's 6 and I'm 44, and we will buy the same things. Like if we've both got money, she'll spend her pocket money on buying a doll, and I'll probably buy like a very similar one, and we'll play together. And it's amazing. So I think even though you don't have to have children to play with dolls, I think the ability to go into a toy shop and get excited about them being excited, and then you can take home the toys and play together, that's fantastic. The fact you can probably get away with more having children than not having them. So I don't even remember what it was now. Like, it was something Spanky said to me. I think it was something Sean Locke said, because obviously, bless his heart, he's passed away now. He's an amazing comedian, a comedian, not a chameleon, not a lizard. He just made some joke about kids and playgrounds or something. I can't remember what it is. I'll have to ask Spanky. But you get to go to parks and you get to play and you get to go to toy shops and you get to play and you get to be young. I think kids keep you young. I think the best thing about being a mum is the fact that, you know, you can't just stay in all the time. Like these children need to go out, they need fresh air, and you know, and although a lot of the time I will now pass it over to Spanky to do, because I just curl up on the sofa and cry because of the loss of Kori. Like today we've been out playing Pokemon and we've been to the park and it made me go outside with her and I watched her play with her daddy on the park, and that brings me so much joy. I think it's Christmases and seeing them get excited about Santa coming, and it's just, I don't know, there's so many aspects to being a mum that are amazing, but also a lot that people don't tell you that are absolutely shite, like the worry and the fear. Like as soon as that child's born, it's, you are fearful for them. There's a lot of things that people don't tell you, but yeah, being a mum is a blessing. Like I know that I'm blessed, and I know that I've lost Kori now, but I'm still his mum. But yeah, absolutely love the fact you can just get away with random shit that you wouldn't be able to get away with if you didn't have kids. It's great. I love it.
Question number 6. This is Daisy. You say hello, Daisy. I've got 2 dogs at the minute. I've got a Golden Retriever and this wee one, a Shih Tzu Mastiff. And they're both brilliant with my boys, but I would like to get another dog at some point. Would you recommend a Chihuahua? Is your Chihuahua very good with Ostara? Because now sometimes they get a reputation of being a wee bit nippy or a bit protective of their owner. But Spooky is so cute, so I wanted to know if you would recommend a Shih Tzu, or also Chihuahua, because I think Daisy would like one. Would you like one, Daisy? Yeah, yes, Daisy would. Yes.
Okay, so question 6. Hi, Daisy dog. Hello. Would I recommend a Chihuahua? Yes, I would absolutely 100% recommend. I would recommend a Chihuahua. So I have a Chihuahua. For those people who don't know, he is about November, December, January, February, March. 4 months old. He's 4 months old now, and his name is Spooky. And I would have ordinarily said, I am not having a rat dog, which is exactly what my husband's like. He's like, you're not having a rat dog. It says, what is the point? That isn't even a dog. It's smaller than a cat. And we went through that whole thing because we have dogs and they're cockapoos and a sprudel. So they're quite, well, they're medium-sized dogs. And Spooky is like this big. He's in bed at the moment, otherwise I'd show you. And they have a reputation of being very, very snappy and, like, you know, the same as Lou said, possessive and snappy. And you see all these videos about them baring the teeth and snarling. We have had not even a glimpse of that from Spooky at all. I genuinely think it's how you treat them. It's on the breeders as well. So we got ours from Kate, she's a family friend. She is an incredible, incredible doggy mum, and she breeds responsibly and she raises them in a loving, nurturing environment. And I think a lot of that has got to come with the breeding stock and also how these puppies are raised as well. And a lot of people will tease them because they're little. Like, you get the people, you know, they've got kids and they're pulling the dogs around and they're teasing them and they're getting in their faces and stuff. And I'd be pissed off at that. So I can see a Chihuahua doing it as well, but we have never had anything bad with Spooky. Seriously, he is the most loving, lovely little dog. Ever so playful, ever so loving, and not just possessive over me either. Like, he goes to all of us. He'll have cuddles with all of us. So, absolutely. He gets on with Gypsy as well. Not with Hobbit, because Hobbit's a grumpy old git. He's about 16, 17 now. But he gets on with my sprudel, Gypsy, and they get on amazing. They play fight all the time, and then they'll go to sleep together in the basket. So, yeah. 100% I would recommend a Chihuahua if it's from a reputable breeder and you meet the parents and you see the temperament of the puppy first. But lovely little dogs, honestly, so freaking cute. Go get one.
Question number 7. Although this wee one is sound asleep at the minute, we've just recently stopped at the petrol station after leaving his brother to school, and he wanted this little toy. But his main favourite toys are dinosaurs. He's obsessed with dinosaurs. Now, my question to you is, did Kori like dinosaurs? Did he ever watch Jurassic Park? And what was his favourite dinosaur? Because this wee one, his favourite, he loves T-Rexes. We've got a whole range of T-Rexes that he carries everywhere. And He is his favourite thing, and I know Captain Kori loved parrots. Just was curious if he ever liked the occasional dinosaur.
Okay, so did Kori like dinosaurs? Not really. I can honestly say no. I don't think he ever really mentioned dinosaurs. I think probably the most he ever got out of dinosaurs was watching Harry and his bucket full of dinosaurs, which, if you've not seen it, is about a young lad who has a bucket full of dinosaurs, basically, and he can jump in the bucket and he goes into dinosaur land and they're all his friends. And it's a really, really nice cartoon series. But no, he's never really shown a massive interest in dinosaurs, to be honest with you. It's always been pirates, like literally since being tiny. It's pirates. He quite liked dolls as well. Like, he really wanted a doll for Christmas once, and his I'll say his dad, because his sperm donor was like, he's not having a doll because he's a boy, and we're just like, he's getting a doll. So I got him a doll for Christmas, as you do. But yeah, no, he was never really into them. Like, he never watched Jurassic Park or anything like that. He was just pirates. Like, literally, he was a pirate fanatic. But I don't know. If he could have chosen a dinosaur, maybe perhaps it would have been a pterodactyl or something, because he liked birds and flying and all that kind of stuff. So I think he probably would have gone for a pterodactyl. But yeah, unfortunately, I'll never get to ask him. So, but dinosaurs are cool, like proper badass things, aren't they? Go get a pet crocodile, then you've got a dinosaur in your garden. Honestly, Thomas, Daniel, ask your mummy for a massive, massive crocodile for Christmas.
Question number 8. Your journey with Kori through palliative care was very inspiring for so many of us. I told you before that around the time I heard of Kori's story, I was getting some bad news with my own long-term health issues, and I'd been signed off work this time last year, and really focusing on Kori and your channel, or his channel, and then your channel, really helped distract me from feeling down on myself and to be positive, because you guys, the positivity and the courage and bravery were inspirational. But during those difficult months, my question for you is, what kept you going in the dark times?
Right, okay, so the next one is a bit of an emotional one. So what kept me going in the dark palliative times, really? So, oh God, I can honestly say that I didn't cope very well at all. Like, I really didn't. I might have come across on camera as, especially with Kori, speaking with Kori about what was happening and the fact he was in palliative care. I think, looking back, it was a word we casually threw around but never really put a lot of stock into it. Because Kori so many times had kind of got really poorly and then he'd always bounce back. I mean, he was called Curveball Kori, I think somebody called him, and that kind of stuck. And that's literally what he was. Like, he would get really, really sick and really ill for days, and I'd be like, oh my God. And then it'd kind of come back and he'd be like bouncing, like, oh, can I have some pizza? And it'd be like, oh my gosh, I was so worried. And so we always thought that was going to happen. And I think in my head, although I knew he was in palliative care and he knew, I don't think either of us fully expected what to happen. I think I'd spent so long talking about it. Like I said, palliative was just a word we just threw around, it was just like, never going to happen, don't want to face it. I think we talked about it to help bring awareness to other people, but we didn't actually think Kori would pass away. But obviously there was days when he was really ill and I was not coping well, and I'd sit and cry, and I'd watch him sleep. Like, I'd sit and I'd move his hair out of his face and I'd kiss his forehead and I'd make sure he wasn't too hot, wasn't too cold. I'd listen to his breathing, making sure I check his SATS monitor all the time, like a little monitor that we put on his finger to check his oxygen and everything in his blood. I'd be checking that all the time when he was asleep. And so having that kind of stuff made me feel better, like I was in some kind of control, because I was able to look after him. And honestly, YouTube, genuinely, I honestly don't think that if I wasn't a YouTuber and if we didn't have YouTube for Kori, I don't think I'd have coped even remotely at all. I really don't. Even now, I think you guys have saved my life after Kori passed away. So during the dark times, I think helping it helped to talk about things on camera. Kori and I did a lot of filming together, obviously, so there was a lot of fun time. So I knew that every single video we did was another memory, was something else we'd done together. Because how many parents who have lost their children get to just turn on the telly and see their child and hear their child laugh? And I know that, I mean, I'm not lucky. God, I'm not lucky at all. But in that respect, I'm blessed that I have that. So that is what kept me going, is making YouTube videos to make Kori happy, and doing the unboxing videos, and everybody chipping in and sending things through the Amazon wishlist and the PO box so Kori could open stuff and be happy, and just seeing his face. And honestly, Rainbow's Children's Hospice helped as well, because they gave us little breaks away, just me and Kori, nobody else, just us two. And we shared a bedroom and we had a laugh and we got to do things that we would never normally get to do together, just, you know. And oh God, it's just, there was so much went on, but you guys all across YouTube are what kept us going, honestly, 100%, and I frigging love you all for it.
So number 9, what was your favourite video you filmed with Kori? I know there were so many wonderful videos with lots of memories now, and I might try and rewatch some of them as well. But I just want to know, what was your favourite one that stands out to you as a really special memory?
Okay, so this one, what is my favourite video that I filmed with Kori? Oh my God, I honestly don't have one. I honestly don't have one. I have some that I remember really vividly. So there was a day in the life of Kori, which I found amazing to do. That was really good fun because he gave everyone else an insight on doing his meds and stuff. But I remember it snowed that day. Like, it never frigging snows here. It's so rare. So when we were doing the day in the life of captainkori on his channel, yeah, it started snowing and he's like, oh my God. And I just remember him, sorry, I keep saying oh my God, I know you guys, are you Catholic or something? Sorry if I'm like offending people in Ireland, I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh, I should say. And he kind of like ran out in the snow, and he did the whole Jack Sparrow dance because he had no shoes, and he was like, oh, it's cold. And I remember his face, and he was so happy, and he was catching snowflakes, and that was nice. So a day in the life of Kori was a nice one to do. The taste test video, so Nana from Texas, American Nana, she sent Kori and I a Japanese taste testing box, and we filmed that in the studio, and we had so much fun doing that because that was our first proper one. So we really did enjoy that. That was a good fun one to do. The mother and son one, what was that called? Was it called Mummy and Me? I think it might be Mummy and Me on my channel, I think. I don't even know whose channel it was on. It was called Mummy and Me on one of the channels. And that was just kind of like, I think that was for Mother's Day. And we were cuddling and we kissed and, you know, and like, oh my gosh, it was just like our time. To be honest with you, there were so many. No, oh my God, no, I am absolutely lying. My absolutely favourite video, I don't even know how I didn't think of this, is when he got his silver play button. Literally, you know, when he unboxed it, that was it. That is my favourite one. I had to sneak that frigging button in. So everybody rushed it through for us, which was incredible. I think it was Johnny Depp's team who helped to rush it through, and obviously all the YouTubers piled in to help it to happen. And it got delivered at like 1:30 in the morning, and he had no clue, and I had to sneak it in the house and hide it behind the sofa. So the next day when we were doing an unboxing video, it was one of the last things I ever handed him. It was just this black box, and I gave it to him. And I remember, go back and watch the video on Kori's channel, honestly, and I can't remember what it is the video was called, but oh my God, it was just so good. Gosh, sorry. And he just got this black box, and I pretended that I didn't know what it was. Obviously I knew what it was, and he opened it and he went, oh, it's my play button. And oh my gosh, the excitement in his face, and he was just so happy. Like, it makes me want to cry thinking that was just so magical. This huge thing that had happened to him. I mean, a play button, which is the Silver Creators Award for 100,000 subscribers on a YouTube channel. That is like the goal of pretty much all YouTubers. You know, I mean, it's definitely something that I really want to achieve, because that's what Kori's his dying wish was, for me to get my 100k, which I am working my arse off to try and get by doing lots and lots of videos. So hopefully I should do it in the next 5 years or so, hopefully. And to see his little face light up with like he got it. It's there in front of him. It's got crack in the box on it. And it's just, oh my gosh, that was insane. And then like none of that would have been possible without literally everybody like you guys like subscribing to him, and all of the YouTubers who chipped in, and Johnny Depp's team, and Johnny, and oh my god, everybody. That was, yeah, by far, that was the best time ever. He was so happy. I will never forget that moment. Not ever. Not ever.
Okay, final question, question 10. How can we help you with KORI's legacy and raising awareness for palliative care and for people on your journey? How can people who watch your channel continue to support you?
Right, okay, question 10 is how can people help with KORI's legacy and raise awareness? So honestly, so you probably know by now, if you watch both channels, you will know that we are going to be launching the KORI Foundation. Now, excuse me, sorry. This is something that I've been talking about like since probably with other people before KORI passed away. KORI knew it's something I wanted to do, and then I think when KORI did pass, it was Sean, I think, Koro, who kind of like raised that with everybody else as well. So the end goal with all of this is to launch a charity called the KORI Foundation, which is going to be helping other families who have got children in long-term hospital care, palliative care, not just children who've had heart transplant. These are kids who are living in hospital for various reasons over long periods of time. And the goal is to raise money to send them on like little holidays, whether it's a weekend away and pay for a nurse to go with them, whether it's to pay for a PlayStation 4 or 5, little handheld consoles, whether it's to just give them, like if it's babies, just to give the families some kind of like fingerprint kits and hand casting kits and things like that, you know, where they can make memories. So it's just basically to give back to families, because we have been there living in hospital for months and months and months on end over Christmas and everything, and it is bloody hard. It's really, really hard. And I think a lot of people, they focus on the child in the situation, but a lot of the time with the child there is a family, whether it's parents, aunts, uncles, you know, brothers, sisters, whatever. And there's people living in one room for months on end in parent accommodation or in a hotel nearby if there's no accommodation available. And their family sometimes tends to get overlooked. So it's providing those with toiletries if they've come into hospital like really quickly. Like we've done so many times, KORI's collapsed and we've had to literally be like blue lighted in a critical care ambulance, just me and him. Spanky had to pack the stuff and follow with Ostara afterwards, and I've arrived there with nothing, no clothes, no toothbrush, no nothing, no food. So it's making sure that families are well catered for in hospital with bags for like, you know, even sanitary pads for like people. It's just basic stuff. It's making sure the children and the families are catered for, that they have things they need, they have little treat bags, they have things with food and necessities in it, and if we can afford to send them away on like weekends away to make memories, that's what we want to do. So people, once the charity is launched, people spreading the word about that would be amazing. Obviously, we are a long way off doing that yet. There's a lot of red tape to setting up a charity. It's not something you can just register, write it down and launch. You need a registered charity number. You've got to have 3 people who can set up the charity initially. You've got to have manifestos. You've got to write down everything in depth, what you want to do with the charity. So when the charity goes live, we will make a big deal out of it. We're going to contact the BBC and hopefully they're going to like promote it for us as well, because they've been working really closely with us for years. I'm not saying they're going to do it, but we're going to approach them and ask them. So people sharing links, sharing the websites, donating to the charities, which are going to be on the links there, will be amazing. We're going to hopefully do some big like fun days as well, local fun days. So we'll do some fundraising. People can donate via text message. They can donate items if they've got shops. So we can carry on raising money for the children's hospices, for the KORI Foundation, and for other parents and things like that. So that would be amazing. Also, talk to your loved ones about organ donation. So one of the big things is KORI obviously had 2 heart transplants. So he's had 3 hearts. He was born with one and he had 2 other ones donated to him, which is incredible. Nobody wants to think about their children passing away, ever. Like when people talk about organ donation, they usually make the decisions for themselves. Now, I think the UK is an opt-out system now, but even so, it's still not talked about a lot with children. So I think it would be a big thing would be educating other people into having those difficult conversations about, should anything happen to one of their children, would they be prepared to donate their heart, their lungs, their, you know, whatever is needed, especially the hearts, because it's extremely personal for a lot of people. So I think there's a lot of, me included, before Kori had a heart transplant, I would have gone, no, not his heart, because a lot of people believe that's where the soul is. But do you know something? There are children right now on wards who are hooked up to machines, keeping them alive, and the parents don't know if they'll ever go home. We have been in there. We've seen these children attached to mechanical hearts. Kori was one of them. We never knew if that heart would come in. So educating people on the impact that these things have on the entire family, not just that child, but the child's parents, the aunts, the uncles, the friends, the community, everybody, you know. And it's so, I think there'll be education. That's what people can do. They can talk to their loved ones about it. You can make the decision to donate your child's organs should anything awful happen, but know that your child is living on in somebody else, and it's incredible. It is literally the best gift that you could ever give anyone. And of course, obviously, still keep on subscribing to this channel, keep on interacting with this channel, and also Cracking the Box. I've not got his, so I will put Kori's YouTube channel in the description of this video, so go back and have a look, and please do subscribe to that. We do a lot of mental health things on this channel, but a lot of fun things for Kori on his channel. So subscribe to both channels, because the charity will be launched across both. So that would be incredible as well. And keep talking about Kori. Keep his memory alive. Laughing about balls. Keep the pirate things coming, you know. Talk to us on Facebook, whatever. That is amazing. That is like literally the best thing that you could ever do. And support people and be nice to everybody. Long-winded, but yeah, sorry. That's what you can do.
Hi Pixie, Thomas would like to ask a question as well. What's your question, Thomas? What's your favourite game?
My favourite game is Minecraft. What is yours or Koris?
So your favourite game, his is Minecraft. And he wants to know what Kori's favourite game is and your favourite game. And we're going to go watch captainkori now, aren't we? We like watching his videos, don't we?
Yeah!
Right, so we've got a couple of bonus questions here now. So this one is from Thomas. So hello, Thomas. You are famous and you're on YouTube. So Thomas and Daniel, you're my buddies and you're from Ireland, which is incredible. And yeah, you get to go to school now and say you're famous. And Kori, they all thought you were amazing. So from captainkori, I'm going to say hello from Kori to you. Okay, I'm talking to Daniel and I'm talking to Thomas. So wave at the screen. Hello, I'm talking to you. So right, Thomas wants to know, what is Kori and my favourite games? Because he likes Minecraft. I'm sure his mum said it was Minecraft. Thinking back now, I should have written it down. So actually, Kori loves Minecraft. And he used to build loads of villages, and he'd do Nightmare Before Christmas things for me. And he'd also do pink castles and trees and all the little bees and stuff like that. He loved Minecraft. He also liked Fortnite. But the one game which Kori and I loved more than above any games, honestly, and Kori literally played this from start to finish in all different modes and got everything, and then he'd restart the game again as soon as he finished, and it's Ratchet and Clank. And if you don't know what Ratchet and Clank is, oh my gosh, please go buy it. There are several different versions as well, but it is so awesome. Honestly, it's absolutely brilliant. Clank's a little robot and he's like the cutest ever, but Ratchet and Clank is literally mine and Kori's favourite game ever. He absolutely loved it. And I think Daniel and Thomas would really enjoy it too. It's really good fun. There's robots and there's spaceships and there's some fighting and there's magical lands to explore and there's golden bolts to find and all sorts. And you get to have this big, massive, like, screwdriver thing, wrench, and chuck it and stuff like that. It's really good fun. So yeah, Minecraft's cool, but Ratchet and Clank is the best game ever.
And there's a lake there, and so there's a dinosaur.
And
what's your question for Pixie? What's your favourite donut? What's your favourite donut? What icing? What's your favourite icing on your donut?
White.
White. You like the white one. So you're white. Maybe Pixie likes chocolate, or maybe Pixie likes strawberry.
No, what is it? Bobblehead.
Right, okay, and the last question goes to Daniel. And Daniel, I have got to say this now, that you are a poo-poo head. But you're the bestest poo-poo head ever. So I know you shouted that at the screen, like, poo-poo head! You're a poo-poo head. Everybody's a poo-poo head. Right, and Daniel Poo-poo Head said, what is my favourite donut topping? And you like the white one. So I don't actually eat very many donuts. I don't that much. But if I could have any topping on my donut, I think it would probably be dark chocolate, fudge pieces, and smothered in sprinkles, like loads of glittery sprinkles, so it's really, really nice and chocolatey and yummy. Oh, and sugar. There'll be loads of sugar coated around the outside of it as well. Like super, super nice. That'd be really, really yummy. And donuts, actually, Kori loved donuts. Didn't like the jam ones, because I remember he bit into one once and the jam went and spurted out everywhere. But he liked the ring donuts, which were nice, and the ones with the icing on the top. What are they called, those posh ones? Not Dunkin' Donuts. What are the other ones? The really silly expensive ones they get from, like, oh, I can't remember what they're called, are they? Dead expensive ones anyway, but the fancy posh ones that you get, he liked those ones. But yeah, fudge and chocolate and hundreds and thousands and sprinkles and oh, yum, 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 yum. That's what I'd choose. But right, yum. Now you make me want a donut, and the shops are shut because it's nearly midnight. And that is it. That is the end of this set of questions. So a massive, massive, massive thank you to Lou and Daniel and Thomas for submitting these questions, which are absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much. So if you guys want to get involved in this, there is a super easy way to do it. Go onto Facebook. So this is the only way I can realistically do it, honestly. Go onto Facebook. I have a page on there called The Crap Goth. Literally the same as that, just The Crap Goth. It is an open page, and I'm happy to talk to pretty much anybody. As long as you're not trying to sell stuff and you're not being horrible or anything like that, I'm happy to chat to anybody. Drop me a DM on there and just say you want to take part, and I will tell you exactly how to do it. It is so easy. You film yourself asking questions, but there is a certain way you need to do it and a certain way you need to send it to me. So if you want to take part in this, please do pop onto Facebook, jump on, drop me a message, and I will let you know exactly how to take part. You can literally ask anything in the whole world, any 10 questions to me, to any member of my family, apart from Ebony because she's away at university and you might not get a response. If you ask Spanky any questions, it's going to end up sarcastic or rude, so please be aware of that one as well. But literally anything goes. It's a chance to have a laugh, to get to know each other, and to bring the world that little bit closer together, which is always a really nice thing to do. So thank you so much for taking part. Hopefully you did enjoy this. Some of them were a bit long-winded. I'm really sorry. But yeah, thank you for asking the questions and just for keeping, interacting with this channel. Like, you're all friggin' awesome. Massively appreciated. And hopefully I shall see you all super soon. You're a star. See you soon. Bye-bye. Daniel and Thomas are famous. Bye-bye.